Hey, hey, hey. It's Tuesday Talks. Are you ready? If you're not ready, please go do something else because tonight is for the people that are ready. I'm ready. And as the commercial taught me, you got to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Now, what are we ready for? Well, it's obvious in one respect. I'm ready for the holidays. You see my shirt? Yeah. I got my Christmas shirt. You see my decorations? Yeah. And I'm ready to continue the challenge that we started because I am thankful and ready at the same time, and I am jumping in with both feet. So I hope that you have participated in the challenge. I hope you are feeling really good about all that you have to be grateful for. And I hope that you are giving the honor and glory to God, the Lord Almighty, for the things that you have to be grateful for. My t-shirt says, I'm grateful for my grandkids. And my grandkids are the source of not only the joy in my life, but they're the source of the vision that I have that we'll talk about in a few minutes. Now, I have a confession. My confession is I can't keep a secret. When my kids were little, one of my sons, who will remain nameless, would always tell everybody about presents that he found out about. And in all honesty, I couldn't really blame him because I'm the same way and I'm still that same way. I can't keep a secret. I told my daughter just a few days ago about a present that I bought for her brother because somebody had to know because the present was so exciting to me that I had to tell somebody. And that's who I am. I can't keep a secret. And tonight, I'm going to share some secrets with you about the new year because I can't keep a secret. But before we dive into what the secrets are, I want to talk a little bit about the holiday plans that you have and how those revolve around your thankfulness or how those revolve around what you are planning to do in the future going into the new year. And when you're able to identify that, then it gives you some structure and it allows you to have a blueprint that that will help you stay on track, on focus for the things that you're trying to do. So, hit me in the chat. Start talking to me about what are those things that you are working on and are striving to do, because it's important that you are able to achieve those goals. Now, one of the exciting opportunities that I have that we are looking at is changing the time, not the date, but changing the time that Tuesday Talks will begin. I'm going to gradually work you into it. I started a little bit earlier today, and I will start a little bit earlier for the next 2 Tuesdays so that you can get used to a start time of 6 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. And I could go back and forth about what's the best time to start and who's available and who's not available. But at the end of the day, nobody's always available at the same time. So I want you to be able to jump on when it works for you. But I'm going to start a little bit earlier just because there have been some people who have said the 7 o'clock hour is a busy time of night for families. So I'm going to start a little earlier, beginning in January, and we will still have our Tuesday Talks on Tuesday, but they'll start a little bit earlier. Secondly, I am going to have some guests begin to join us because there are a lot of people out there who know me, know what I have done and what I'm doing, and I want them to come on and introduce themselves to you and in some ways introduce me to you because they know who I am and what I'm doing, and I want them to tell you about that. So those are going to be two changes with the Tuesday Talks coming beginning in January. But that's not the most exciting piece. The most exciting piece goes back to the question on the table for this Tuesday Talk, which is, do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? We have the heart for a lot of things. Some people have hearts for cooking. Some people have the heart for decorating. Some people have the heart for communicating and networking. Some people have the heart for selling. But my question is, do you have the heart for our youth, for young people? And my grandchildren are the second generation after the current generation, but I have the heart for this generation and the generations to come. And tonight, I want to talk to those of you who have the heart for our youth, have the heart for this next generation. And I said when I came on, are you ready? Are you ready? And now I'm saying, do you have the heart? Do you have the heart? Because that's who I'm talking about tonight, the people who are ready and the people who have the heart. And the heart is not about position. The heart is not about education credentials. The heart is not about status. The heart is about, do you love our young people? And do you want to make sure they are equipped to play the game of life God's way? And those are the people that I'm talking to tonight. And if you are one of those people, and if you know some of those people, tell them to jump on now or share this with them, because I'm going to give you a sneak peek, just a sneak peek into what's coming next year. Because this has been a journey for me, this Surrender or Explode movement, social media, my website, the conference that I hosted, the Super Sunday last year, all of these have been steps on my journey to plan a vision, to create a movement, and then to have the movement manifest as a life-changing event for our youth. And now I'm ready. I understand the task ahead. I understand where the gaps are and where I misstepped a few times. But most of all, I understand that the people who will go with me, the people who will take the next steps into the new year, are the people who absolutely have a heart for youth. And it doesn't matter. They could all be in your family. They could all be on your street. They could be in your church, in your school. They could be on your basketball team. But the question is, do you have the heart for our youth? And are you willing to take the step to give them an opportunity to learn firsthand how to play the game of life God's way, so that they surrender rather than explode? So I told you I've got some exciting things coming. And one of the exciting things coming is a more efficient way to connect with me. I've been talking to my team, and we've been looking at and exploring some options on how to connect quickly and efficiently. So I'm going to have a new way that you can connect with me quickly, and I can respond and connect back with you quickly. And that's in the works. We're looking at the technology. We're looking at the details of how to make that happen. But I want you to be able to reach out in a moment, not pull up the website and look at it. And that's great. I don't want you to stop going to my website, but I also want to add to it in a more efficient way, because when I jump on and go live, that's another one of my additions next year. You're going to see my face. You're going to hear my voice more than you may ever want to, because I'm going to go live, because in the moment, I want people to be able to connect. I want people to be able to receive. I want people to be able to talk to me in the moment about what I just said when I went live, because I want the movement to be effective for our youth. And I want the people who have the hearts to connect with me and to participate in this journey as well. So that's one thing. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to make teaching tools, training opportunities, materials more available more easily at your convenience. Because one of the things that I recognize is that it's hard to get a group of people together at the same time. But when you're able to click on, log on, download a link at your convenience, you can then participate in whatever's being offered in a way that works for you. And let me put a highlight here. That's what I've been saying about the study. You don't have to do the study on a certain day at a certain time and in a certain way. I want to help you feel equipped to do it, but I want you to figure out what is going to work for you. And then I want you to do it that way. So one of the additional new year opportunities that we are working on developing is how do we get you and resources better connected in a time and in a format that works best for you. So you can see behind the scenes, there's going to be a lot of work going on because I want to start 2024 with you being able to not only contact me, connect with me, but being able to hear from me as well and to have resources more available to you. All of my resources to date are available through my website. You can get all three of my books. You can get the workbook. You can get training materials on my YouTube channel. So there's a lot of material that's available right now. And I want to add to that so that you can, once you complete some of the materials and use some of the resources, you can say, hey, Dr. V, I got a question, or hey, Dr. V, I was confused about this, or hey, Dr. V, I'm ready. Let me add it. Give me my group. How do I start my own group and set it up? So I want you to be able to have resources that you need available to you at a time and in a way that works for you. So we're going to be doing some behind the scenes work in preparation for that. And finally, we're going to do some more groups. And I am absolutely going to shake the bushes. I'm absolutely going to reach out and ask people who have the heart. That's the question for the day. Do you have the heart? I'm going to connect with people who have the heart and give them an invitation, an opportunity, and a little push, a little shove to start their own group. I don't care when you start it. I just want you to start it. And as you work through the group with the young people, I want you to tell me how it's going. I want you to ask me questions. I want you to become a part of the team so that you can share your experiences because I know firsthand you're going to be blown away and you are going to bless the youth in some ways that you can only imagine. That's one of my favorite songs, by the way. Mercy Me, I Can Only Imagine. So that's the last exciting tidbit. And I'm going to save the details, but I wanted to give you just a flavor of what are we up to? Where are we going? What are we going to do in this new year? And I want you to mark your calendar, make a mental note. You can hit me on social media platforms right now and say, hey, count me in. I'm ready. I have the heart, because that's what it's all about. This movement, Surrender or Explode, is for those of us who have the heart to make sure, ensure that our youth learn to play the game of life God's way so that they surrender well and don't explode. So one more little tiny tease. I may give you a little sneak preview of how I play a video game. Hey. But you have to promise you won't laugh. But as silly as I may look, trying to play a complicated video game is the same way our youth look when they try to play the game of life any way other than God's way. And we have, the adults in their lives, have not taken the time to teach them. So I got a lot coming out in 2024. I am ready. And I have the heart, and I hope you do too. Last thing. I thank you. I thank you for this year. Whew. How? This has been an amazing journey. This has been an amazing year because I see what God is up to. And I see that God wants you to join the movement because He knows your heart. And our youth need adults like you and me who have the heart to teach them well. And I will be with you step by step, but I can't do it without your participation. So I thank you that you have followed me. I thank you that you have subscribed. I thank you that you have connected with me. But most of all, I thank you that you have the heart that God can use for an assignment as important as this one. And I invite you to stay tuned, continue following me, continuing to go to my website and see what's happening, and just contact me. Just say, hey, Doc. Just say, I got a question. Just say, I got a suggestion, because I'm open, because you're on my team. And I want you to feel like what you need, want, think matters, because I can't do this movement alone. So I will see you next Tuesday. I will see you for 3 Tuesdays in December. And then I'm taking the last Tuesday in the month off. And then I'll jump back on January, and we are going to rock and roll. So have a good evening. I asked you 2 questions tonight. Are you ready? And do you have the heart? If you answered yes to both of those questions, I'll see you next week. If you know someone else who would answer yes to those questions, share and invite them. And if you didn't answer yes to both of those questions, think about why not, and whether or not you may want to change your mind and say, yes, I am ready and I do have the heart. Have a good Tuesday evening. Enjoy your holidays, whatever that looks like to you. And I will talk to you next week.